Imagine a world without Mickey Mouse, without the Lion King, and without the theme parks we all know. This world was almost a reality. Disney isn't just a story of magic and fairy tales. It's a story of brutal survival, unpayable debts, and a secret contract that changed the fate of entertainment forever. Today, we're going behind the dark scenes of the Mouse Empire to discover how Walt Disney almost lost everything to a traitor he considered a friend. It all started in the 1920s. Walt Disney wasn't the giant we imagine today. He was just a desperate animator trying to pay the bills. He had created a successful character, Oswald, the lucky rabbit. Oswald was making money. The brand was growing, and Walt thought he had finally reached the top. But he made the fatal mistake that almost every beginner entrepreneur makes. He didn't read the fine print of the contract. In 1928, Walt went to New York to ask his distributor for a raise, a man named Charles Mintz. Instead of a raise, Walt received a punch to the gut. The distributor told him he had stolen all of his animators, and that legally. The character Oswald no longer belonged to Walt. He had lost his hero, his team, and his livelihood, all in a single day. Most people would have given up right there. But it was on the train ride back, defeated and with nothing in his hands, that Walt drew a small mouse. He called him Mickey, but Mickey wasn't an immediate success. Producing cartoons with sound was a new and expensive technology. Walt was burning through the little money he had left. Disney was technically bankrupt, even before it became famous. Banks refused loans. Investors laughed at the idea of a talking mouse. To save the company, Walt had to make the riskiest decision of his life. He decided to do something no one had ever tried, a feature-length animated film. Snow White. The industry called it Disney's folly. They said no one would sit for 90 minutes to watch a cartoon. Walt mortgaged his house, spent every cent, and worked to the point of physical exhaustion. If the film failed, Disney would disappear from history. But Snow White was a global phenomenon. It made millions and saved the studio. But success brought new problems. Building Disneyland, the first theme park, was a $17 million financial nightmare. Once again, Walt was against the wall. No bank believed a dynamic park could make a profit. This is where he signed the most brilliant secret contract in history. He made a deal with the ABC television network. He would give the network a weekly television show in exchange for funding to build his dream of concrete and magic. For the first time, television and cinema joined together in a real estate and entertainment empire. Disneyland opened and, despite a chaotic first day, it became a money-printing machine. But the real secret of Disney's power isn't in the movies or the parks. It's in the ruthless way they protect their copyrights. They changed the copyright laws in the United States several times, just to ensure that Mickey Mouse never became public property. They buy everything that could be a threat. Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm. Disney isn't just a cartoon company. It's a black hole that absorbs all the pop culture on the planet. Today, the company is worth over $150 billion. But behind every colorful light in the parks, there is the shadow of a man who had to bet his own house not to be destroyed. The lesson from Disney is clear. Success doesn't come from having the best idea, but from having the courage to bet everything when the whole world says you're crazy. Magic has a price, and Walt paid it with interest. And you? Would you have the courage to mortgage your life for a drawing on a piece of paper? Subscribe to Global Titans now so you don't miss the next secret. Because the next story we cover will change the way you look at the clothes you wear. Are you ready to see what's behind the label?